Hey everyone, today we're doing a quick comparison of every release of Super Mario 64 so that you'll be able to tell all of the differences and decide which one you should play. Right here you're seeing the original 1996 release on N64, an absolute classic. It's still got those tight controls it's known for, the intuitive camera, and everything else you love about the game. This next release needs no introduction, as it's pretty well known by the Nintendo community. This is the 1997 Shindao release of Mario 64 on Japanese N64 cartridges. This release did not change a whole lot about the game. It's most notable for removing a few glitches like the backwards long jump. As you can see in the footage, you can no longer BLJ up the stairs. Otherwise, it's pretty much identical to the 1996 release. You've still got all 150 stars to collect. It's a jolly good time. Next up, we've got the release on Sega Saturn, which is really nice of Nintendo to lend Sega their game back then. They made a couple minor adjustments to the physics, and Mario's model looks a little bit off, but that's to be expected for such an early port. When Nintendo was planning the Xbox 360 port of Mario 64, they really wanted to connect with the new audience in ways they couldn't accomplish on their home consoles. This led to a very controversial new version of Mario 64 in which Mario can no longer jump as high as normal, among other changes. We felt the added challenge would be welcome for this new demographic, noted Shigeru Miyamoto in a 2001 issue of Green Gamer magazine. I know there aren't as many fans of the Google Stadia release of Mario 64, and you know, I get it, it's a little buggy, it's not as smooth an experience as you'll get on the N64, but it's gotta be respected for being the first playable cloud release of the game. It is playable. I'm pretty sure it's playable. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get what the big deal is about the DS release. They literally just copied the original game on both screens, which is kinda cool, I guess, but with how many people talk about it, you'd think it'd be a bit more interesting. Literally, who thought porting this game to Nintendo Labo VR was a good idea? This is actually giving me motion sickness. Why does this exist? Genuinely tell me who did this. I'm gonna go fire them. Shigeru Miyamoto, Green Gamer magazine. Okay, now this is something special. This is the Super Mario 3D All-Stars release, and Nintendo really knocked it out of the park here. This release adds 60 FPS widescreen support, new difficulty options, new costumes and textures for Mario, new moves, the ability to stay in levels after collecting stars, and so much more, all customizable to each user's experience. This is what a true celebration of Super Mario 64 looks like. Nintendo could have easily released a simple ROM with barely any improvements, but they chose to go the extra mile for the fans. Unfortunately, you can no longer officially purchase this release, but it is so worth it to buy Super Mario 3D All-Stars from resellers. It is so worth your money. Go ahead, buy it. It would be really funny.